Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about website, web page, web server and web hosting. First of all, let's understand what is a website. A website is defined as a collection of several web pages that are all related to each other and share a single domain name. It can be accessed by using web browsers such as Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, or Opera. It can be created and maintained by an individual, a group, business, or organization to serve a variety of purposes. As you can see from this example where the website or the domain name is Facebook, which contains collection of web pages such as the login page, newsfeed page, friend list page, profile page, and so on. So this collection of interlinked web pages is what makes a website. Next we will learn about web page. A web page is an electronic document that is designed using HTML and available on the World Wide Web. They are stored on web servers and can be viewed by using a web browser. It displays information in textual or graphical form. It may also contain downloadable data files, audio files, or video files. And it is also possible to traverse from one web page to another web page with the help of hyperlinks. Next, we will see the types of web page. There are two types of web pages, that is static web page and dynamic web page. A static web page is a page that is coded in HTML and displays the same information for every visitor. The content of static web page does not change unless it is manually updated by the webmaster. When the user requests for a static web page through internet, the web server responds back to the user by sending the exact web page as it was stored in the web server without making any modification. Next is dynamic web page. In dynamic web pages, the contents of the pages is different for different visitors. These web pages use scripting languages to display the changing contents of the web page. Now let's discuss the difference between web page and website. A single electronic document on the internet is a web page, while a collection of several related web pages that are linked together under one domain is called a website. A web page has content about a single entity, while the website has contents about several entities, such as the example of Facebook that we discussed before. The address or the URL of a web page depends upon the website, while the URL of website does not depend upon the web page. And it takes a minimum amount of time for the development of web page, but it requires a very long time for the development of a website. Next, we will see the difference between static web page and dynamic web page. In static web pages, the page will remain same for all the visitors, while in dynamic web page, the contents of the pages are different for different visitors. The information in static web page are very rarely changed, while in dynamic web pages, the information are changed frequently. It takes less time to load a static web page as compared to dynamic web page, while the dynamic web page takes more time for loading. The database is not used in case of static web page, while in dynamic web pages database is used. The static web pages are written in languages such as HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and so on. Dynamic web pages are written in languages such as CGI, Ajax, ASP, ASP.NET, and so on. Next, we will learn about web server. A web server is a computer or a group of computers that store web pages on the internet. It works on client-server model. Web server uses a special program like Apache or IIS to deliver the requested web page to the web browser using HTTP protocol. Each server has a unique IP address and domain name. The user accesses the web page using the URL. With the help of web browser, the user sends the request to the IP address of the machine running the web server for that page. On receiving the request, the web server sends the web page back to the user. The web browser then translates the contents into all of the text, pictures, links, videos, and so on. A single web server may support multiple websites, or a single website may be hosted on several linked web servers. Next and the last topic that we will learn about is web hosting. The process of uploading the web pages on the web server so as to make it available online is called as web hosting. If an individual or a company wants its website to be available on the internet, it must be hosted on a web server. As the server on which website is hosted must remain switched on all the time, it is not possible to host the website on our local computer. So these servers that remain switched on every time are usually run by web hosting companies. Some of the companies that offers web hosting services are Bluehost, Laughing Squid, Liquid Web, Wiretree, and so on. That's all about this topic. I hope you all have understood the concept. Thank you.